Welcome back to Fire Range Garage. Phil here. Just kind of wanted to do a quick video on something I came across this week that was a little bit alarming to me when it comes to maintenance of our vehicles. We spend a ton of money on our trucks and our cars, SUVs, whatever you might have, and what I experienced this week was I went to a private mechanic or a shop near where I live, and I also went to one of my local dealerships with my trucks. My F-350 needed a transmission service. It was due for that, and then also my F-150 needed transmission service. I also had a tire rotation and alignment done on it, but I was really surprised when I went to talk to both dealers that when you do a transmission flush, they don't actually do a transmission flush anymore. Most of them are just going to drop the pan, and whatever oil's in that pan, they exchange for new. They rarely change the filter unless the customer requests that, which is really odd. I don't know what their angle is exactly on that, because the fluid in the pan is only, like on my F-150, there's probably only 2 to 3 quarts of oil or fluid in that pan. On my F-350, that takes a total of 17 quarts. And I think what they dropped out of the pan was 8 quarts. So there's quite a bit of oil left, and it's all in the converter. So these are automatic transmissions. You hear a lot on the news and in different forums and things about how touchy transmissions are these days. Especially, you hear it a lot with Dodge, but you also hear it with Fords and Chevys as well. Both Ford and Chevy run a 10-speed transmission. If you look a little deeper into that, they're very similar, and once you do the research, you'll understand why. But they need a lot of maintenance. These 10-speed transmissions in the F-150s, I believe the Expedition has the same 10-speed transmission as well. The service interval on those, they say from the dealer, is like 100,000 miles or lifetime. There's no such thing as a lifetime fluid. If you use your vehicle, if you do any towing or anything, it's going to use up that fluid. And like I said, with the price that we pay for these things anymore, I mean, you're hard pressed to find a vehicle for under $75,000 anymore. A brand new one with options that most people are looking for. If you're in a truck, they're closer to $100,000 trucks. A transmission replacement on an F-150 is about $12,000. I don't want to have that kind of expense. And in my F-350, I'm sure it's going to be as much that or more. That one has the 6-speed transmission in it because it's 2019. They didn't have as many issues with those, but still need to maintain them right. And only dumping the fluid out of the pan and not changing the filter, in my personal opinion, that's not service. That's not doing anything. Why they don't flush out the entire system is beyond me. Get that old stuff out, replace the filter, and put new fluid in the thing. That's the proper way to do it. My dealer, when I went to them, they don't even have a machine to exchange fluid anymore. My understanding was, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but back in the day when they did transmission flushes and things like that, they would actually, I think it was the transmission cooler lines, their machine would hook up to, and it would flush the converter and everything. We'll say 90% of the fluid they would be able to get out, and they would change the transmission filter, and you know, you were good to go. The private shop that I went to with my F350, their transmission flush was dropping the pan, taking the old fluid out, which was 8 quarts, and then putting 8 quarts back in, driving it around for a while, and then dumping it out and putting a new filter in and 8 more quarts of fluid. Well, yeah, I mean, sort of, I guess that's a flush, but it's not really a flush. You're maybe at 75%, maybe? Who actually knows what you're actually getting for brand new fluid? And the prices that they charge for this nonsense is beyond me. Just for the fluid swap, or dropping the pan and putting a new filter in, so 8 quarts of fluid and a new filter for my F350 was $605. $605 for 8 quarts of fluid and a filter. And it took them all day to do it. It blew me away. I mean, I know that labor rates at these shops are super expensive, but honestly, for what they did, I could have brought it into my garage and did it myself for a quarter of that price. Now, I know everybody's not mechanically inclined. They don't have maybe some of the tools and things that I have, but find a buddy. I mean, for goodness sakes, this is ridiculous how much they're charging. My F-150, which I took to the dealer to have that done, same thing. I had them just dump the pan of the filter there, which I think it was like 3 quarts out of an 8 quart system. So there's still 5 quarts of old fluid left in, and they replaced the filter. A little bit cheaper, obviously, because they're not using as much fluid. And on my hybrid trucks, because I have the Power Boost F-150, they had to drop the exhaust system and things like that, okay? They didn't know that, which actually blew me away, they didn't know that they had to drop the exhaust system. Can you believe that? They didn't even know. I knew that, but hey, being a dealer, you should know exactly how and what you need to do to service a transmission in a truck like that. Anyway, so that ended up being about $350. Okay, $350. It's about half of what I paid for my F350, but I got less fluid, and I'm still going to have to do it again. The reason that I'm still just kind of blown away by the prices, honestly, guys, and the level of service that we get from mechanics that we pay, $100 to $200 an hour at, right? I'm actually going to be, on my F350, I'm going to be putting the Banks transmission pan on, and then on the F-150, I'm going to go to the PPE pan. They're a little bit more capacity. I believe on the F-150 it's 2 more quarts of fluid gets added to that pan, and then on the F-350 it's closer to 3.5 to 4 more quarts, and they have fins and things like that on there to keep that transmission stuff cooler. So I'm going to do kind of like what the private shop was going to do. I've got the new fluid in there that they put in the pan. I'm going to run it for a while, and then I'm going to dump all that out and put new fluid back in, because I don't have the machine to do the exchange either. It may be something that I look into, making something myself, because it's really, you just pull your transmission coolant lines off, your return and your supply, and you just flush the system out. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Maybe I'm wrong. You mechanics out there watching this video, let me know if that's off the base. But to me, it doesn't seem like it'd be that hard to do. The other thing is, I wanted to address too, is their lifetime or their 100,000 mile fluid. The 10-speed transmission, the F-150s, I would change that stuff in my personal opinion. This is my personal opinion. This is not what the dealer or manufacturer says. But I would change that fluid every 40,000 miles, regardless. Up here in the cold climate, you have the heat and cold cycles, the heat and the humidity and the non-humidity. None of that's good for oil. I know it's a closed system, but it's still hot and cold, and your engine heats up and causes moisture and things like that. So I would change that every 40,000 miles, especially if you can do it yourself. I know it would get a little expensive if you had to take it to the dealer and do it all the time like that, but hey, do you want to spend $350 to $600 every 40,000 miles, or do you want to spend $12,000 to get a replacement transmission? I'm going to take the cheaper option and have a little bit more comfort in knowing exactly that my transmission is being taken care of. That goes for the other fluids too, guys. If you have a 4x4, you've got to change the fluid in the transfer case. That should be done every time that you do the transmission, so every 40,000 miles. Personal opinion, okay? Not what everybody else says. And honestly, I don't even care what brand of oil you use. Use whatever fluid you feel comfortable with, or whatever your friend or whatever recommends. Opinions are like, what? Everybody's got one. I have the brands that I like and trust, that I've used over the years. I'm going to continue to use those. If I find something better, I may change. But so, transmission every 40,000 miles. Transfer case every 40,000 miles. Front and rear differentials. You might be able to go a little longer on that. Let's just say 50,000. But those need to be changed too. And with me, I always use synthetic fluids. I do oil changes every 5,000 miles. Everything that I have, like my F-350, I use that truck only for pulling heavy trailers and equipment all the time. That's the only thing it does. It never drives around. It doesn't go get groceries, run errands, anything. So I change that oil every 5,000 miles. In the winter, I use the T6 540. In the summertime, I go back to 1540. That's just what I do. And I use Wix filters. They're, in my personal opinion, once again, are the best out there. I know that there's some other brands that are starting to make some headlines for the quality they have, but Wix has always worked for me, and they've done a lot of tests on that, so that's what I use. Rotella is the diesel oil I use. That's what I've always used in my diesel truck. And then my F-150, same thing applies. Now that thing only gets highway miles. I don't do any pulling with it. I run errands with it, but most, I live far away from town, 40 miles to the nearest town, or 40 minutes, I should say, not 40 miles. 40 minutes away from the closest town, so those are not short drives. And then for my work, I put on at least 1,000 miles a week for work. So I change my oil pretty much every 5 weeks, sometimes closer to 4, depending on what my workload is. So those are highway miles, and honestly, they say, if you're using synthetic and it's highway miles, you can go to that 7,500 miles. I'm not going to get into that. I'd rather just have that peace of mind that my truck is being taken care of, and just change it at 5,000 miles. It's easy to remember. I look at my odometer, it's, divisible by 5,000. It's time for a change. Makes it really easy. Same thing with the rest of the services there. Filters, things like that. Air filters. I clean those out twice a year. I use K&N filters on my F-150 as of currently. I'm switching that over to an S&B intake here in the coming weeks, and I'm also doing a tune from 5-star tuning on that one. In my F350, I have the pusher intake. You've seen the videos that I've done on that. They're both oiled filters, so you spray the cleaner on, you wash them out, put the oil back on, and they're good to go. But I do that twice a year, once in the spring and once in the fall, basically. And they're not really that bad by the time I clean them out. I even live on a gravel road, but they're not that bad. But those are clean. Same thing with the cabin air filter. You smell a stink coming out of your dash when you turn on the air conditioner or something like that. Change those every 6 months too. When you're cleaning that air filter, may as well change the cabin air filter while you're at it. They're cheap enough. I think they're like 15 or 20 bucks depending on what car you have. Easy to change. You drop the glove box and pull the filter out, pop it in most cars. You'll have to look exactly where yours is at. But those are just some really simple things to keep these vehicles on the highway. The other thing that I do in my diesel truck, they're prone, especially the Fords with the CP4 pumps, fuel pumps and diesel pumps. They're really susceptible to foreign material in there, and they can go bad and cause all kinds of problems that you don't want to get into. So, I don't remember exactly what the recommended mileage is on that, honestly, but every other oil change, I change out my fuel filters. The one underneath the truck and the one underneath the hood. Just one of those things. Once again, I use a Wix filter for that too. Maybe it's overdone, maybe it's not, but I don't want to have any fuel problems with that at all. My gas truck, I replace that probably every 40,000 miles while I'm underneath there. Just makes sense to me when you're underneath the vehicle doing maintenance like that. Why not just do it all, right? Tire rotation, every other oil change. Every 10,000 miles, keep those tires new. Tires aren't cheap anymore either. My F350, I think it's 300 bucks a tire. My F150 is about 200 to 300, depending on what brand. And, if you got to have a name brand versus something else, so those aren't cheap. So we're looking at, 1,000 to 1,500 bucks, including installation. If you rotate those tires every 10,000 miles and make sure that your alignment is correct, those tires are going to last for a really long time. I know most of the time they're advertised for me. I usually get 50,000 mile tires, varying brands. Honestly, I don't have a particular brand that I stick with. But a 50,000 mile tire, I usually get 70,000 miles out of them. And they're not junk when I take them off. I just usually like to replace them before wintertime so I have good traction in the snow and the ice and the nonsense we have here in Minnesota. But that's just what I do. So just a couple of tips and tricks. It's out there. I'm not telling you guys anything new, but it was just something I wanted to address because I was really kind of blown away by the dealership and the service that they give you on transmission. One of the most expensive parts of a vehicle besides the engine itself, which, when you do an oil change, you get 99% of the oil out when you drain it, right? Especially the filter, when you take the filter off. You don't just leave the filter on, drain the oil, and put new in. Maybe there's some people out there that do that. I wouldn't do that, but so why wouldn't you do that with a transmission too? I don't get it, but just wanted to come on and do a little venting, give my opinion, and hope you have a great day. See you on the flip side.